I found it to be personally rewarding to see how engaged and innovative our students were during this session for the entire school, and they created things like 3D dinosaur fossils and printed them on updated and more powerful 3D printers. And we look forward to more opportunities with Bucks County Fab Lab, so we have some images there for you to take in. Next, we have a very unique champ at our high school, and we look forward to having him join us at a future meeting, so he is not here this evening. But Colin Cox, an 11th grade student at the high school, couldn't join us tonight, but I wanted to share this story with you. Colin has been a dirt track race car driver for 11 years. As you can imagine, racing takes tons of dedication, daringness, and guts. So this past month, he was named Grandview Speedway 2025 track champion for Creighton Sportsman. He won 2 races during the season and ended the season with over 4,100 points. That's more than 1,000 more than the second place driver. So way to go, Colin, and he looks like a young NASCAR driver there. So maybe he's a future. As you may have heard, our Penn Ridge football team is having one of its best seasons in many years, where they remain undefeated. We're bringing back some great traditions, like having Cyrus the Ram, you can see him on the screen, and Friday night's huge win over Abington. And we'd also like to congratulate quarterback Noah Keating, who became the all-time leading passer in Penn Ridge football history on Friday night as well. In the months ahead, we will be celebrating all of our athletes in fall sports. Speaking of the high school, we're starting a new approach to our celebration report. We're inviting the principal, Mr. Ketty, to help us with some of the recognition. So, Mr. Ketty, join us at the lectern. That'd be great.
Thank you, Dr. Barros. We're very proud to recognize some very incredible students tonight. Little side note, when we first got notification of this first group of students we're going to recognize, I told them they're my favorite students because they make me look really, really good. So we're still checking out with National Merit Organization, but according to our record, this is the largest class of individuals being recognized by the National Merit Scholarship Committee this year. So that's something we're extremely proud of here at the high school. 6 students have earned commended honors, which means that they scored in the top 3% of the students nationwide based on their PSAT scores. So our commended students, if you guys could come up very quickly, is Claire Ahn, Sarah Gupka, Ethan Kwan, Sophia Ogden, Tyler Struber, and Tanush Vakara. I don't know who's here and who's not. Stay up here too. So Penn Ridge, we also have 5 semifinalists for the National Merit, bringing our total this year to 11. The semifinalists: Ananya Bahat, Aline Great, Daniel Kim, Ethan Lukenbuhl, and Lexi Steen, if you guys could come up as well. I think it's really important to note that Dan and Ethan actually had perfect scores in the PSATs.
That's it. Right here, guys. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Congratulations again, everybody.
Next, I'd like to welcome Miss Lindsay Allen. Lindsay earned the title of Miss Pennsylvania Teen, and earlier this month, she was in Orlando at the Miss America Teen competition. During this intense week-long competition, Lindsay won one of the preliminary rounds and ended up finishing in the top 11 nationally in the Miss America Teens competition. We are very proud of Lindsay, not only just for this, but most importantly for the role model that she has become for the young women in our region, an incredible spark she adds to our school community every day. So Lindsay, come on up. Congratulations. Got a lot to celebrate tonight. Penridge is also proud to share the current juniors, Brianna Kant and Evelyn Lockhart, who were selected to represent Penridge High School at the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Seminar held over the summer. Their selection and attendance reflect the outstanding leadership, character, and commitment to making a positive impact in our community. The program is nationally recognized, innovative, that empowers high school students to discover and develop their leadership potential. So Priyana and Evelyn, you guys here? Come on up. I was told that Evelyn's parents are here, so we need to recognize them as well. So as Dr. Barrios had mentioned, and also Mr. Wers, that we want to celebrate clubs this year and try to highlight those information. So Mr. Wers kind of stole my thunder and took all of my prose here and narrative, but the first what I'd like to do is if our faculty advisors could please stand up, because any of our clubs would not exist if it wasn't for our faculty advisors. If we could just give Mrs. Gordienko, Ms. Kearney, Ms. Graham, and Ms. Goodrich a round of applause. I sincerely appreciate it. Because the reality is, our students' ability to do this is 100% based on their willingness to put time above and beyond what they do every day for our students. So, with that said, Minithon, and it's funny, when we refer to it as Minithon as a club, it always throws me off, because to me it's just Mrs. Gordienko and Mrs. Kearney and Thon. That's what it is. They have like the singular name, because they do represent 4 diamonds. And last year, and I don't want to steal their thunder, raised over $30,000 on behalf of pediatric cancer, and they have some pretty ambitious goals this year as well, which I'll let them speak about very briefly. But this past Friday night at our football game was our Gold Out night, where they actually began their fundraising stream at that point. But as opposed to me saying that, what I would like to do is bring all of our Minithon representatives up, or as I just got told, it's Mara Boyle. Would you like to? Is Mara here? Mara, come on up. And Mara's going to spend a brief minute just explaining what's going to be happening this year from Minithon.
Good evening. My name is Mara Boyle. I am one of the overall chairs for Minithon, and we would like to thank you for giving us this opportunity to speak tonight. So as Mr. Ketty previously mentioned, we had Gold Out this Friday and we raised $4,200. This money goes directly towards the 4 Diamonds organization that is located in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Additionally, the money that we raise throughout the school year goes towards cancer treatments for children's art, music, housing for families that live on site, and for new drug therapies that can hopefully provide a cure for cancer. We hold numerous fundraisers throughout the school year, such as sports fundraisers, restaurant fundraisers, and district-wide fundraisers. And our largest fundraiser that we hold throughout the year is called the Main Event. Our main event this year will be held on March 28th of 2026. And as Mr. Ketty previously mentioned, we raised over $30,000 last year. So this year we set our new goal to be $40,000. We would like to thank you for your continuous support throughout our goals and for helping make Penridge Minithon a district-wide initiative. And we would like to stand together to help fight against pediatric cancer and to continue to help raise money to hopefully find a cure. Thank you and good evening.
Yeah, do the
Oh,
diamonds.
diamonds,
Of course.
there we go.
Yeah, you can- 1, 2, 3. There's it.
What's that? I don't have the whole thing.
Thanks. Good evening, everyone. I just want to take a couple minutes, and I'm always thankful for your time. We have been working for the last month on rebranding and coming up with our official logo, so the Penridge School District and our athletic department would have a unified approach. So we spent some time as a group, and as you can see, this is on our website under our communications department. For outside vendors and also for fundraisers, on the bottom right you see the actual coordinates for the colors. So that is Penridge green, the official green that we have been using since the 1950s. It was first called Dartmouth green, so I guess they borrowed it back then. And now it is known as Penridge green, as well as the ivory color. So those coordinates are the official coordinates. As you can see throughout the other parts of this slide, we have what we call the fused P with our Penridge green on top and our white on the bottom, as well as the split P design that has the kind of a diagonal dash through it as well. And then you see we have also digitized our official seal. The original seal was from 1952, and it has been kind of passed down as a picture all these years. So we redigitized it from scratch with modern software, and now it's a very high resolution image that can be sent to vendors and anybody who needs a high resolution version of it. In the middle of the screen, you can see we have officially gone with our charging forward RAM that you have seen for the last few years. And this is a branding guide that is now available for everyone to see on our website. Speaking of our website, we wanted to just update you on a couple of things. This is now on top of the website. This is using all of these logos and our official colors. And we're in the middle of a gear sale right now. You can buy all kinds of new Penridge apparel with the official logo and colors on there. And it is a RAM TAC donation drive. So $2 off of everything that we are selling right now to our public and to our staff. $2 of that goes to RAM packs. So it's one of our first big fundraisers for RAM packs throughout the year. And as you can see, we're not limited to just certain colors and styles. There's everything from t-shirts to hoodies to polos to quarter zips and a little bit of everything in between. So we would love for people to get some new gear with the new logos, new designs, and help out RAM packs at the same time. Okay, so we wanted to talk quickly about the website. Let me just go to that tab. We have been really, I have to say, we're just so grateful for the feedback we've been getting since the website went live on the new design last year. And over the last month, we've used a lot of that feedback from both parents and our community members as well as our staff to make a lot of changes. So one thing that I would like everybody to just take a look at is the amount of work that we've been doing in our departments. In our departments, like for example, in the Student Services Department, we had more than 20 separate pages that have now been condensed to one. On this page alone, you can just see how you can click around to resources that parents and community members will need in a quick and easy way to find it. Of course, one of the first places that every family starts is the registration tab. And when you go to Student Services and find registration, you'll come right out to here, and the new registration page is also live. What's great about this page is we worked very closely with the staff in registration and student services, and we asked them, what are the FAQs? What do you get questions about all the time? And they said the number one question is that number one box. What school will my kid go to? Well, when you click that link right now, it takes you right out to a map that you can click on, and you'll know exactly what school your child will be going to. When you go to the other ones, those are direct links to start the registration process. If you need more information, here are some buttons, and like on the other one, what other changes do you need? What other resources do you need? And we asked them specifically, how do people ask that question? What's the exact wording they use? And when they said, if you look at the options there, if I already have a student, do I need to do this again? See, we did a lot of research into what's called SEO, or search engine optimization. If parents are asking it in a certain way, they'll Google it in a certain way, and then they find that answer in the same way. We also spent significant time going over the last part. Sorry, let me get back to, love doing this by myself. There we go. There it is. The last thing, I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek because we are going to that tomorrow. So we're really excited about this. We have heard parents and staff members who say, I would love to have all the newsletters in one spot. I have kids in multiple schools. I can't keep up with the emails. I can't find it. Where is it? So we created the newsstand. This goes live tomorrow. So in one page, you will be able to just pick a button, and that will take you directly to the newsletter. We reached out to all the principals today and some departments and said, send us your latest newsletter, and they'll be able to click on it and find it all in one-stop shopping. So we're really excited about those updates to the webpage and many, many more that we obviously didn't have time for tonight. But we again wanted to thank our public and our parents and our staff for all the great feedback they've been giving us as we continue to redesign. And the construction process, thank goodness, is almost done. So we're looking forward to a final rollout very, very soon. So thank you again for your time, and thank you for all your time at home as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave and Angela. Moving on to the student liaison report. Is Zoe here? Oh, there you are.
Okay, thank you again for having me here tonight. So starting off, student council is up to a lot right now. It's a really busy season for us with homecoming and Think Out coming up and all of that. So last Sunday on September 22nd, we helped the Sellersville community with their Gallery of the Arts event. It's like a big craft fair where a lot of vendors come in, and student council was really happy to do that as it gave us a chance for community outreach and also a chance to fundraise for the upcoming Think Out. With Think Out, we are very excited because our homecoming and Think Out game is looking very soon on October 17th. That's a big game for us. We have our homecoming parade down 7th Street around 6, and then following that we'll have our Think Out game where we raise money for breast cancer research and care at the Grandview Health. And it's really important for us that we raise money for that. We have the whole stadium decorated, and that's the whole night for the football game. Looking forward to the high school, we have our club fair happened last week, as several people have mentioned. Over 50 clubs were available and had tables up in the front main entrance for students to sign up and information up. That was on Thursday, the 25th, and Friday, the 26th. Many more students got involved in clubs, and that also helped us push forward our Rams time and have students attend during that time. Our Gold Out game was last Friday night. It raised money to support childhood cancer, and our football team is still undefeated. We have our college fair tomorrow morning. Juniors and seniors are invited to attend to find more information on colleges. We have more than 75 colleges attending with representatives to share information on admissions, financial aid, and that. We also have military representatives from the Navy, Marines, and Air Force coming, and those academies as well. Fall athletics are about halfway through our seasons now, so those are continuing to go on strong. And that's about it for this week. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe. Moving on to public comment. First up is Tom Trauger. According to Policy 903, public comment on matters of concern, official action or deliberation is limited to 3 minutes and should be directed to the entire school board following the announcement of your name and municipality. Under this policy, the presiding officer has the authority to warn or stop a public commenter when violation of this policy occurs. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Good evening, Tom Trauger, East Rock Hill Township. Tonight, I want to talk not just about recruitment and retention, but about why those things truly matter, student outcomes. And we have seen this with the recent increase in school rankings for Penridge. Every strong teacher we keep, every dedicated staff member who feels supported, translates directly into stability in classrooms and stronger learning for our kids. Our community invests in Penn Ridge. Parents give their trust. Taxpayers give their dollars. Staff give their time and talent. That investment must be honored. Recruitment fills positions, retention protects that investment, and retention ensures our schools continue to deliver outstanding academics and vibrant extracurriculars for every student. I urge the board to keep pushing for policies that strengthen this cycle of investment and return, building programs that prepare students for both college and careers, supporting extracurriculars that connect students to school pride and community, keeping Penn Ridge competitive as a district where great educators want to come and want to stay, more importantly. Because strong schools don't just happen, they are built. Built through smart hiring, built through meaningful retention, and built through a steady commitment to excellence. That's the Penn Ridge I believe in, where students thrive, families feel proud, and staff are valued as the backbone of our success. Thank you.
Mike Bongiovanni.
Speak for the second.
Second?
Yeah.
Sorry. Capri Pie.
Capri Pie, East Rock Hill Township. Good evening. With me tonight are other concerned parents from our neighborhood who were able to make it tonight to show their concern as well. Not all will speak. On August 14th, we received an email from the Transportation Department notifying us about upcoming changes and stating, and I quote, "This work, developed in collaboration with district leadership, our Transportation Department, and union partners, ensures safe, efficient, and reliable transportation for every qualified student. Also, some bus stops may be moved, consolidated, or adjusted for greater efficiency and safety." I'd like to hold the Transportation Department to these statements. Can we agree that it is within reason for the parents of this district to expect the district always be working to improve the safety of our children, not regress? Moving our bus stop from a quiet street within a neighborhood, and any bus stop in this district, within a neighborhood to an intersection with a main thoroughfare, making families with young children and still younger siblings wait there, and having our children cross the street to board the bus, especially with a hill causing a visibility issue, does not constitute ensuring the safety of our children. Crossing the street to board a bus is a known hazard. It is why the district is paying for bus patrol, which logged 211 stop arm violations in Percy Borough and Sellersville Borough in the 2023-2024 school year. But it's not just the other vehicles on the road that are a problem. It can be the bus itself. With 10 children crossing the road at our stop, it is nearly impossible for a bus driver to keep track of them crossing and make sure all students have boarded. I have watched kids run back for forgotten hugs and go after a dropped paper, putting them at further risk. These are children. Don't expect them to behave otherwise. The well-behaved waiting on the sidewalk has ended. Predictably, the kids are now playing in the street right by the intersection. These are children. Don't expect them to behave otherwise. Our concerns have been dismissed with a declaration that our bus stop has been determined safe, but with no reference to a specific safety standard or algorithm used. Looking at the recommendations, I can only conclude that safe here means it could be worse. You could be on a highway. The road involved is busy, but only 35 miles per hour speed limit, so it's safe enough. I'm sorry, but safe enough is not safe enough. I have appreciated communication from board members, but also was left confused. One member told me that the bus driver situation actually is improving. So why were these changes made this year? I have these questions. Were changes made for lack of drivers or for efficiency? Is there actually a plan to try to restore the safe bus stops when you get more drivers, or will this be one more way to save costs? If more bus drivers will restore a safer situation, what else can be done to hire more? The email I read concluded as follows. Thank you for your partnership in ensuring a safe and successful start to the school year. Here is our partnership. We are holding the Department of Transportation accountable to their jobs to ensure the safety of our children, and we are holding you, the school board, accountable to hold them accountable. Thank you.
Karen, sorry, Truck.
It won't be the
Did you
first.
correct?
It won't be the first time someone mispronounced my
Could
last
you
name.
pronounce it correctly?
Oh, Troopchak,
Oh.
and I'm from East Rock Hill. I'm coming to you to share a story. So on June 30th was the first day of summer enrichment. By the way, supporting Capri and the rest of our neighborhood in our concerns of the safety of our bus stop. My daughter was in the summer enrichment program, and we had a crazy pickup schedule. My husband and I both work full time. We have another son who had camp activities, so we pre-planned out, how the afternoon would go by picking our daughter up from the bus stop, taking our son to camp. But the bus was late, so understandable. Didn't think it would be that late because it's only summer enrichment. It wasn't like the first day of school for all the schools. So I left the bus stop, let my husband know I was going to go take our son, so he needed to figure out how to get out to the bus stop. As I was leaving, I was going down Creekview, which is the main road to get out to Fifth Street, and I saw the bus was coming. I was like, okay, good, the bus is coming, I'm happy. I got to the stop sign, texted my husband, said, the bus is on its way, all good, I'm going to take my son to camp. Well, 3 weeks later, I got a ticket in the mail because I had blown past the bus that my child was on because I was distracted and I was not paying attention. Parents have to stand in the middle of the street when their kids are boarding the bus. The school is not doing a good enough job to keep our kids safe. I will say, I'm going to read just a quick section from the Percy connection, so I can leave this to you. I'm not omitting anything for any particular reason, but one of the most frequent, this is just from the fall version, one of the most frequent complaints received by the police department from our local residents are calls for speeding vehicles. Pennsylvania municipal police officers are the only officers in the nation who are not permitted to use radar or laser speed detection. In Pennsylvania, the law requires that police must allow up to 10 miles per hour over the speed limit to issue the citation of a posted speed limit that's less than 55 miles per hour, meaning that on Fifth Street, where our bus stop is, cars can technically, unless there's an exception, go 45 miles an hour or 44 miles an hour without getting a ticket. Speeding and traffic enforcement is not a funding generator for municipalities. In fact, many traffic violations have a predetermined basic fine of $25. If a driver is found guilty or pleads guilty to citation, the municipality only receives half of that money, $12.50. The rest of the cost listed in the citation goes to the county or the Commonwealth. Why I'm reading that is because while I don't doubt our police department, I ask you to listen to the residents who live on that street. It is where the street goes from 25 to 35. It's where it becomes less busy and cars, even myself, although I turn down that road, speed up. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening.
Melissa, Doctor?
Hi, Melissa Doctor, East Rock Hill Township, supporting Capri and Karen and the other neighbors in the neighborhood. As a new resident of Percy and the state of Pennsylvania, and a new mom to the Penn Ridge School District, I'm extremely grateful to how welcoming and kind the community, neighborhood, and Guth Elementary have been. My son is 5 and just started kindergarten this school year. He's been looking forward to taking the bus for a while now, ever since he got to ride one time when he was 3. It's scary as a mom of such a young new student and expecting a future student myself to have your 5-year-old cross a double yellow main road to get on the bus in the morning, especially without any safety guards in place to stop traffic if need be. Because of the location on Fifth Street of the bus stop, it is now on us as parents to provide that level of safety for the kids crossing the double yellow main street. And as a pregnant mother, it's another level of concern to stand in the street myself and to make sure cars stop and walk my son across the street. So even waiting for the bus is concerning. Excuse me, out of breath. Even waiting for the bus is concerning. We teach our son traffic safety, of course, but he is only 5 and full of energy. And the corner, again, is that double yellow main road, Fifth Street. It's a dangerous place for such a young one to have to wait. I hope you seriously consider our kids' safety and our concerns raised tonight, and will move the bus stop back into the neighborhood, especially keeping in mind how many kids get on that bus, and again, they play in the morning. So thank you for listening and for my out-of-breathness. Appreciate it.
Thank you. That's it for the initial public comment. We will move along to the consent calendar. I'd like to make a motion to approve items 6A through J. And I have a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Sharino. Are there any questions or comments on the consent calendar.
I have a question. I just actually had a question around how the student teacher works. Hold on, I just clicked that. I'm assuming these are students that we've already selected to be teaching in our district this year. Like I just don't know anything about how that works. Like they've applied for a position, or are these schools that we're reaching out to saying like, do you have student teachers who would like to come here?
Yeah. These are for universities that would like to place a student here to complete a student teaching practicum with us.
Oh, okay. So then when do we select student teachers? Is it ongoing throughout the
It's
school year?
ongoing throughout the year, so we typically, in my experience, it's for a semester placement.
Okay.
So we have, some are standing agreements, but if we have a student, let's say from, I think here's Westchester and Liberty University, we just have a standing agreement so they can complete the practicum here at Penrith School District.
Okay, so my only concern, and I'm not going to not vote for it, but is the Liberty, because they are a university that does religious exemption to Title IX. And I just want to make sure that when they're student teaching here, they're adhering to our Title IX compliance, like it's not the Liberty University one. And that would be the same for any policy, I would imagine, right?
Any university, regardless of their policies, when the student teacher is here, must comply with Penrith School District's policies.
And do we go through that with them?
I would imagine and hope that their student teaching supervisor would go through that.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
My pleasure.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes 8-0. No, Ricky's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's here.
I didn't see you coming. Motion passes 9-0. Moving on to facilities, Mr. Kaufman.
The Facilities Committee met on September 15th. We had discussed the approval for a bid and some obsolete items. The first up would be for the school bus pricing. If I can get a motion?
Motion, second.
Second?
I think you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Second.
Any questions or comments? You want to read at least the motion to accept?
Oh, yeah, the motion to accept the bid, 26-108 48 passenger school bus to MA Brightwell Body Works Incorporated in amount of $154.19.
Second.
And who seconded?
Leah.
Leah seconded. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes 9-0.
And the second is approval of obsolete items. So I need a motion to approve the obsolete items A through C listed below. And that's the Seiler Elementary School. It's desks and wooden tables, the high school for embroidery machines and hoops, and Bedminster for computer tables, filing cabinet, and air compressor.
So moved. Second. Oh, you didn't. You said
Second.
second. All those in, any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes 9-0.
The next Facilities Committee meeting is scheduled for Monday, October 13th.
Moving on to finance. Finance Committee met on September 15th, 2025. Tonight we have up for a number of different contracts for approval. I would like to make a motion for items A through J. I need a second.
Second.
Are there any questions on any of the items or any that you would like to break out? No questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes 9-0. The next Finance Committee meeting is scheduled for Monday, October 13th. Moving on to personnel. Ms. Letitia.
Good evening. We held a Personnel Committee meeting on Monday, September the 15th, and those minutes are attached here. Everything discussed in that committee meeting is on tonight's agenda with the exception of the Human Resources Department updates. And that's where Mrs. Mossman discussed the department's 3 job fairs that were held this summer, and were unique, different approaches to job fairs, and were successful. So we're thankful for that. Congratulations on that. So our first item to vote on tonight is approval of the operations department stipends. I make a motion to approve stipends to support fair compensation pertaining to individuals who attained a ranked level in a skilled trade position or who have obtained certification as required to perform necessary services within the district.
Second.
Second by Jordan?
Yes.
Thank you. Any questions or comments?
I just want to say, thanks to all these guys or people that went through and, they got all these extra certifications. And this is the heartbeat to the district, and they keep everything running. So, they went above and beyond to get some of these certifications. And I know these things aren't easy to obtain, and it's a lot of extra work, but it definitely helps the district to be able to save money and not have to take everything out to contract and get all that work done in-house. So I just want to say thanks to all of them.
Other questions or comments? Other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes 9-0.
Next is the approval of tenure recommendation. I make a motion to approve Victoria Gluck for a tenure recommendation.
Second.
Second by Bradley. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? I would like to congratulate Victoria Gluck. I'm not sure if you're here tonight, but if you're watching at home, congratulations on getting tenure. We appreciate your service to the district.
All right, next is the approval of leave tracker module contract. So this is a move, this software is a move from paper to electronic management when employees go on leave. And the idea is to make the process a little more user-friendly and streamline it as well. So I'll make a motion to approve leave tracker module contract with Lancaster Lebanon Intermediate Agreement 13.
Second.
Second by Ms. Farino. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes 9-0.
And then finally, we have the approval of new transportation positions. So these were the 3 jumper positions Mr. Wers mentioned in his report. These positions are of the greatest flexibility in the transportation department, and it's a step in the right direction to filling those highly valuable bus driver positions. I make a motion to approve 3 jumper positions in the Penridge School District Transportation Department.
Second.
Second. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes 9-0.
The next Personnel Committee meeting is scheduled for Monday, October 13th.
Thank you. We had policy committee on September 8th, 2025. For tonight, we have a motion to approve PSD policies A through F listed below: weapons, terroristic threats, tobacco and vaping products, controlled substances, and drug and substance abuse products. Tobacco and vaping products for staff too. So one was for students, one is for staff. Second. Ricky just seconded.
Ricky has a second. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 9-0.
Great. The next policy committee meeting is scheduled for Monday, October 6th.
Moving on to student services.
Thank you. Our last student services meeting was September 8th. Up for today is the approval of overnight trip. Motion to approve overnight trip request for the Penridge High School water polo team to travel to PIAA sanctioned tournament in Erie, Pennsylvania from October 10th to October 11th.
Second.
Second by Mr. Merkelbaum. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. The next Student Services Committee meeting is scheduled for Monday, October 6th.
Moving on to the committee reports. IU meeting was held on September 16th. I have a few updates tonight from the IU. I also included a bunch of attachments that are on the agenda that I hope you can take a look at. It details a lot of what's going on there. Obviously, you've always heard of the IU, but you probably don't know the myriad of services that they provide. The IU has more than 2,000 employees and contractors that serve Bucks IU students throughout the county in a variety of educational settings. They recently expanded their services at the former Pearl S. Buck Elementary School in Levittown to meet the growing demand for specialized student services. The IU is in the process of finding additional space for expansion. One area I would like to highlight this month is their Leadership Development Fellowship Program. A district staff member who shows leadership potential may be nominated by a superintendent. These nominees form a cohort that comes together monthly from January through May. Each session is focused on one of the following topics: culture and community, mindful leadership, emotional intelligence, data and evidence, and organizational leadership, and one more, and instructional leadership. This model fosters strong professional networks among emerging district leaders across all districts, which is a key goal of the program. The IU helps grow our future leaders throughout our county. The Bucks IU vision is to strengthen and grow inclusive cultures where all learn, flourish, and contribute. All the decisions they make are required to meet these objectives. It's an excellent way of making sure that all children have a chance at success. Like I said, check out the attachments every month. They should be on the agenda where they show a bunch of new snippets of everything they've accomplished. It's quite an organization. The more time I spend with them, I realize what tremendous value they bring to our district. Moving right along. Moving up to the Upper Bucks County Technical School update. Yep.
Thank you very much, Ron. Appreciate it. For the 25-26 school year, we have an enrollment update. I'm not going to do Dan Cullen, the favorite he does himself when he gets so excited at the tech school and board meetings, but we have record-breaking enrollment. We have 653 engagements with the tech school. 271 first place people, 68 placed second. We have total placed as 339. This is excellent information for the beginning of the year. We've dropped our waiting list, and this is kind of critical in trying to deal with students that are looking to position themselves with the tech school and also with the homeschool. We dropped our waiting list by 54.4%. So we really are going out of our way to make sure that we have all the information for all the students in-house, ready to go and can be evaluated. A new program, the fire program. We have a fire truck at the tech school. It works, it does well, and it rings the bell. So we are working on the fire program. Also, we have a transportation program, a small pickup truck that we're utilizing on campus for different projects that we have. Oh, this one I'm going to love to give. Sending School District Partner of the Month. Who do you think it is? There he is, our man, our superintendent. Dr. Barrett, thank you very much for being our Sending School Partner of the Month. We appreciate it. On Monday, 13th, 25, at 11 a.m. in Philadelphia, the Marines and the Navy are having their 25th homecoming parade. The tech school is part of that process, and we've been invited, and we have tech school members that will be parading on October, I believe it is the 13th. So that'll be a fantastic time. If you've got any information or if you want to go out there and walk along the Philadelphia highways, you're more than welcome. But again, it's up and running. Mrs. Walk has our career center. We currently have 58 active co-op students working at the present moment. We have 6 career launch students enrolled, and that's really helpful. Last but certainly not least, October 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. is the open house at the tech school. It is an educational seminar. It's also a seminar to learn about what the school district the tech school can offer different students. Send your student down there, send an individual that might have an inkling that they're looking at technology education. This gives them a great opportunity to find out what's there, casual environment, and yes, I will be pushing everyone to make sure they fill out an application. And last but certainly not least, September 25th, that's the information night. The Technical School Education Expo is scheduled for October 9th. Fall OAC meeting will be held at the facilities on October 23rd. Open house will be held November 13th. That's a Thursday night. And the spring OAC meeting is focused on curriculum. Will be held Wednesday, March 11, 2026. And the next meeting for the Upper Bucks Technical School is October 16, 2025. Thank you.
Thank you. That's great news about the reduction in waiting lists. That's amazing news. That's a great start. All right, moving on to the Penridge Area Coordinating Committee.
Thank you. The Penridge Area Coordinating Committee met on September 25th. I actually was not able to make the meeting, but going through the minutes, it looks as if the municipalities are starting to prepare their 2026 budget, and again, probably getting a lot of the same concerns even the school districts are about monies coming from the federal level. And updates on different housing projects that are going on. Some new Bedminster got a drone response police Tahoe. So if you're interested in that, that sounds very interesting. There have been community days that were done and were really successful. I'm sorry, I cannot speak right now. And then the final thing is, again, the senior center, anyone who's interested in volunteering or participating in activities there, they would always welcome it. They also spoke about a conference that's being held in Villanova University, mostly by Chester, Montgomery County planning commissions, but it's the business of housing, where there are 6 organizations coming together to bring policymakers, business leaders, township officials, and others seeking to learn more about the impact of housing affordability on economic growth in the region, building stronger regional partnerships, and committing to attainable housing solutions. The next PAC meeting is scheduled for Thursday, October 23rd.
All right. Moving right along, we have up tonight the election of 2026 PSBA officers and authorization for the board secretary to register the results with the PSBA. For anyone who's listening, the PSBA is the Pennsylvania School Board Association. They provide training, they provide advocacy as far as legislative lobbying, and provide policy help for all this. So this is their director, the overall, we're voting on directors for the overall organization. So I would like to make a motion for the Penridge Board of School Directors to complete the attached voting ballot. Anybody have any questions on it? There really is. If you want to see it, there's a vote for president-elect, 1 person, and a vice president for 1 person. And there's a vote for 2 trustees. So we really have no choice. But if anybody wants more information on it, but we do have to vote on it. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, so I'm sorry, second from. Thank you, and ahead of myself, thank you very much. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes 9-0. Moving on right from there, old business, any old business? New business, any new business? Moving on to public comment. We have, first up is Kim Bedelian.
Lorraine, Percy Borough. I think it's apropos that I'm wearing this shirt when I ask Mrs. Rash, do you question the ability of all incoming employees and student teachers to follow Penridge rules, or is it just graduates of Christian schools? Jewish schools, Muslim? Is it just Christian schools? I think that was really offensive. I had submitted a couple of right-to-know requests recently, and I just had some questions. They had to do with the process to replace Jordan Blomgren on the tech school board, and I also submitted one seeking details about how students are being kept safe in the bathrooms. Neither request produced the background information that I sought. The current board majority ran on a platform that included a promise of increased transparency. I am asking you to please hold to that promise. In regard to the replacement of Mrs. Blomgren on the tech school board, we know her elected term on this board ends at the end of this year, as does Christine Batisky's. Why then was Ms. Batisky arbitrarily ruled not eligible to replace Mrs. Blomgren? I read the tech school policies, I read the school board policies here, and could not locate anything that would rule her ineligible. When I asked the board to point me to a rule or statute or policy on which the decision was based, not allowing Ms. Batisky's name to be in contention, I was told there was no specific policy. I was told that you or Mr. Wurs relied on the advice of the solicitor. I believe the community deserves to know what rule, what policy, what statute that decision was based. That would be transparent. In regard to the bathrooms, we've been told the high school has multi-use bathrooms based on biology and some based on what gender a student claims to be on a given day. What we don't know is how that is implemented and policed. You removed the bathroom policy that outlined details of that information, stating it would be handled by an administrative regulation. I asked for that administrative regulation. I was given none. Parents, community members, when they come to this building, they need to know what to expect. I've been door knocking, and I'm hearing from parents that students are not going to the bathroom the entire time they are here, whether it be for vaping issues, for safety issues, but also who's going to be in the bathroom with them. So if you want to be transparent, if you promise to be transparent, I'm asking you to please fulfill that promise and turn over the administrative regulation that tells parents how bathrooms are being implemented and policed. Thank you.
Just to clarify, the AR is posted publicly. There's just not a bathroom policy to attach it to. It's attached to policy 003 functions. It's in there.
Mike Bongiovanni. Sorry if I butchered that.
Good evening. Mike Bongiovanni, Hilltown. My comments this evening are directed to Dr. Barrios. Dr. Barrios, congratulations on earning your doctorate degree and your recent salary increase. I would also like to thank you for your service in the United States Marine Corps. My father served in the Marine Corps, so I know firsthand that a Marine is tough, disciplined, and committed. Someone who will always do whatever it takes to get the job done. Those qualities will serve you well as superintendent. I've spent close to 40 years in education as a public school teacher, so I hope you won't mind if I share a few words of advice as you serve in this important role. Be visible. Step away from your computer and be present throughout the district. Let students, teachers, and staff know and see that your priorities are centered on those who matter most. Be a great listener. People need to be heard, especially students. Make time for everyone. Engage in conversations. Speak with students, teachers, support staff, parents, and the community. Conversations, though sometimes difficult, lead to real solutions. Be consistent. Create an environment where everyone understands your expectations and where your decisions don't come as a surprise. Maintain positivity. Great leaders inspire others to rise and follow their example. Find balance. Try not to take your job home with you every day. Choose a point on your drive home where you commit to leaving your job behind. Make sure it's not right before your driveway. Over time, you'll notice that this point gets moving closer and closer to work. If you're already practicing these things, then it confirms what others have told me about you. I hope that one day I'll have the opportunity to work alongside you. Good luck. Have a great school year. Thank you.
That does it for, didn't leave anybody off, did it? Okay. And executive sessions were held on September 15th and prior to tonight's meeting to discuss personal matters under Section 708, as well as agency business in the conference Section 707B. The next school meeting is scheduled for Monday, October 27th, 2025. This meeting is adjourned.